Hi, thank you for joining me. I'm Lunarcraft and I'm doing the weekly AstroTarot predictions. Hi, thanks for joining me, Leo. I'm Lunarcraft. I'm here with the weekly AstroTarot segment. And as always, I'm going to start with the more generalized astrological stuff, moving into things that pertain especially to you, and then moving on to your tarot cards. So, from now until the end of January, just a reminder that relationships are center stage. Venus is on her retrograde path, so her energies are coming through a lot more intensely. But that could turn out to be a blessing in disguise. Have trust in the goddess, in Venus, in the process. And if you're prepared to put the effort in, Venus will reward you accordingly. Now, also joining in the fun with Venus is Pluto. He joins up with Venus on the 25th of December. Now, many of us are going to be distracted by other less mundane things, but be aware that it's all going on around you. And Venus is about relationships and love. Pluto is about change, transformation, and the outcome could well be a match made in heaven, quite literally. Now, for you, Leo, the zodiac, the cosmos, however you want to term it, is showing you that you should take advantage of the energy flowing around you at the moment, which is mainly focusing on fun and friendships. So, look to capitalize on that. Go to events that seem like they're going to be fun, and they will be, I'm sure. Right. Okay. Just a brief note. With the earlier full moon this month, it highlighted that you have reached the conclusion of a project that has occupied you and colleagues, but it's now come to an end. And the result is that your colleagues, who have also become members of your social circle, are drifting apart. So if you don't want that to happen, then please put some effort in, pull it all back together. And as I said earlier, the energies are there to support you on that part of your journey. Now, while I was chatting, I was pulling out your tarot cards. Right, okay, they're nice. Looking at these, the Ten of Swords. Now, it looks like a really, really scary card, but it isn't. It's showing that you have turned a corner, at least metaphorically speaking. It's telling you that you should now be preparing to move forwards, to leave the past behind. There's nothing you can do with the past now. It's done and dusted. Now, the middle card also relates closely to that. It's Temperance, and it is encouraging you to give recognition to the fact that change is taking place. It also looks towards the relationships you have with other people, not necessarily on the romantic front, but again, it's picking up that fragmentation since the end of the project. So again, pick it up, look to bring everyone back together. Now, the final card is the Ace of Pentacles, and that points to new beginnings and rewards for the efforts that you have been making. It also points to a situation where you accept things as they are, and ultimately you will feel contented, and that is right across the board: physically content, emotionally content, and spiritually content. So a really exciting period for you, Leo. A nice end for this year. Hi Virgo, lovely of you to join me. I'm Lunarcraft, and I'm here with the weekly AstroTarot readings, predictions, whatever. I'll start, as always, with the more general astrological stuff, move on to anything that is particularly pertinent or pertaining to you, and then move on to the tarot cards. Right, I'm going to start with a reminder that until the end of January, we have a spotlight on relationships, all types of relationships. And those relationships will go through an overhaul. I can't think of a better expression. Venus is now on her retrograde path, which actually intensifies her energies. And it could turn out to be a blessing in disguise, as I'll explain in a moment. But please have trust in the goddess. Put the work in to relationships, and Venus, the goddess, will reward you. Now, I was going to say how this could end up as a blessing in disguise. On the 25th of December, and I know we will, most of us, be otherwise occupied, but this is still going to happen, whether you're conscious of it or not. Pluto, the planet of change, of transformation, moves into partnership with Venus, still on her retrograde path. But together, their energies could well create a match made in heaven, literally. So just be aware that that potential is there. Now, looking forward to things that apply specifically to you, you could find yourself getting a raise, a financial rise, promotion, or an award for a job well done. Be prepared. Be prepared to accept the praise. Be prepared to be in the spotlight. It's well worth it. And I feel you will make it up anyway. With the last few days of this year, of December, being spent cozily with your partner, giving both of you an opportunity to express your feelings for one another. Now, I'm shuffling my tarot cards. I'm going to draw out 3 for you, and let's see what's coming out. Ooh, that one. And oh, they've gone sticky. That one. Okay. Now, let's turn those over and see just what is heading your way. Oh, nice. Starting off with the King of Wands. He is pointing to your ability to be a powerful leader. That's what he is, and that's what it's recognizing in you. And leading by example. So a case of do as I do, not do as I say. And people respond positively to that. Right, moving on, we've got the 3 of Swords, which very often is referred to as the heartache card. What I feel it's indicating for you, Virgo, is that you feel that you're being let down in some sort of way, that others might be judging you unfairly. Rest assured that you are not the subject of adverse comments or criticism. You are perhaps being hypersensitive because you found yourself thrust into the limelight. You can cope with it. You can absorb it, and you can move on, which is indicated by the final card, which is the Lovers. And yes, it's picking up on your romantic desires, looking for togetherness and comfort. You and your special person are actually looking for the same things at the same time. Be open and loving towards each other, and you will both find what you have been feeling and what you want to happen. Okay, so really good end to the year, potentially. Hi, Libra. Thanks for joining me. I'm Lunarcraft, and I'm here with the weekly AstroTarot. Lovely that you've joined me. As normal, I will start with the more general influences astrologically, moving on to any that are specific to you, and finally looking at the tarot cards. So just a reminder really that until the end of January, relationships of all sorts are under the spotlight, and they will go through some type of overhaul. And Venus has now moved into her or onto her retrograde path, which means that her energies are a lot stronger, more intense. Trust in what's happening. It could well turn out to be a blessing in disguise. But if you put the hard work into your relationships, then the goddess Venus will reward you appropriately. Now, I said about a blessing in disguise. Pluto, the planet of change, transformation, joins up with Venus and works in partnership with her. So what may well result is quite literally a match made in heaven. So exciting stuff. Moving on to more specific things for you, Libra. There are indications that you need to, or you would benefit from redefining your living arrangements. It doesn't necessarily mean to move, but just ensure that there's a sensible, workable flow through area you live in. Yeah. If you are successful with redefining the area you live in, the space you live in, it will more than likely result in you feeling as if you are more supported, that emotionally and spiritually you will benefit. The only other thing I want to say is don't hold back. Host a big party over the coming few days, because it will be a huge success for you. Also, get a jump start on setting New Year's resolutions. You know what you want to achieve, so set your sights on those things. Now, moving on to tarot. Let's see. Oh, oh, it's all right. They all want to come out. I can't do 78 cards. I can only do 3. Right. They settle down. That's it. Right. Okay. What have we got? Nice. Oh, really nice. Okay. The first card is the Ten of Cups, but you've also got in the final position the Queen of Cups, both of which point towards the completion of a cycle and being ready to move forwards into a new cycle. It will bring you happiness, not just for you, but for your whole family. And there may well have been disagreements recently, but you will move beyond those and find that togetherness, that happiness. And again, your redefined living space will become your safe haven. We all need a bolt hole we feel secure in, and you will get that. There are also indications that you could, in fact, change where you live. No, I got that wrong. Sorry. Thank you for the correction. The changes you have made to your living space will bring harmony, happiness, contentment, and understanding for everyone who is associated with that space. And finally, the middle card is the Page of Wands. And he suggests that you should be willing to go in new directions. Use your ability to think creatively. And yes, by all means, get excited. It's a new beginning. It's forward movement. It's good. So you've got a wonderful week ahead of you. Welcome, Scorpio. You're under my spotlight. Hi, I'm Lunarcraft. I'm here with your weekly AstroTarot presentation. And as usual, I will start with the astrological information, moving on to anything that is more specific for you, and then finally looking at your tarot cards. Okay, so I'm going to start with a reminder, and that is that between now and the end of January, relationships of all kinds are going to go through an overhaul. That is because Venus is being very active at the moment. She's moved into a retrograde path, into, whatever. And it means that her energy is more intense. It means that it could ultimately be a blessing in disguise. Have faith, trust in the process. If you put the work into your relationships, the goddess Venus will reward you appropriately. Now, adding to what I've just said, the emergence of Pluto. Pluto, the planet of change, of transformation, is teaming up with Venus. Now, I've mentioned a blessing in disguise, and this could well be the outcome of this pairing, because quite literally it could end up as a match made in heaven. All right, now Scorpio, I know you've been going through quite a number of changes yourself, and you've actually transformed the way that you communicate, the way that you pass information on to other people. You're not done yet. I'm sorry, but again, it's all to do with Pluto and his energies for change. But you will come to fully understand how your world has come as a direct result of your inner communications. Conversations you've had with yourself manifesting in reality. Words, thoughts, written word, it's all powerful. So harness that. Okay, I think you are going to finish this year, Scorpio, on I was going to say on a high, but I don't mean it like that. Quite literally floating away on a cloud of romance. You're in for a really exciting finish to this year. Okay, while I was talking, I was dealing out cards for you, and wonderful they are too. Starting off with the Four of Cups, and that suggests that you will spend some time in contemplation, thinking about your situation and realizing that not everything is as you want it to be. And it forms like a cloud of disillusionment over the top of your head. What we need to do is look for ways to get rid of that, to lessen the impact of that disillusionment. And this time of the year is perfect for doing just that. Now, the middle card is the Empress, and her message is urging you to be kind to yourself. And she also let you know that great potential to resolve your situation lies in thinking creatively, taking positive action as well. And it will all lead to a much more settled, a much improved situation for you. And your final card is the Knight of Swords. He is asking you to be confident in yourself, to believe in yourself, and use your existing knowledge to inform any decisions that you make. And you will find, as I said earlier, you will find that you can actually create the life that you desire. And just a word of warning, don't let yourself become impatient. All good things take time. And again, thinking about the way that you communicate, especially in this case with other people, be tactful, because being bluntly honest can hurt for the person on the receiving end. Right, so you've got a week ahead of you that's going to involve a lot of thinking, a lot of planning, a lot of dreaming even. So have fun when you do it. I'll be back next week with the headlines appearing for 2022. I hope you'll be able to join me. In the meantime, have a fabulous week. Thank you for your time, and bye-bye.